best iRacers in the business.
When we got stakes for real, we looking out for the opposition. We don't do this for mass appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no Vladimir. You want me to lose, but I can't. I'ma shed like 1,000 tears. I can't do that to waste. I pull up in Mercedes. Next year you gon' see me pull up in the race.
This is gonna create fantastic racing.
When I was down bad, boy, I got on my knees, I started to pray. Now I'm breaking bread with my young vet wins. He was a part of the gang. No, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right up, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right, I push the.
He refuses to lose!
I just dash, on my way to the bag, boy, you know I push the gas.
Okay, my timing is critical. They know my rhyming is pivotal. Homie, the dash is digital, gas residual. Fire and smoke like I'm needing a ritual. You bet my cash is long. I hit the gas, I'm gone. Riding my wave. I've been stuck in my zone. I've been blast them all. Sliding on fate. I've been finding my ways. Grinding for days. I've been shining the hate. All of y'all wanted for praise. Stuck in a phase. Let it and turn it a blaze. Yeah, homie, you don't want no race. Nah, better to stick to your place. Yeah, want it all, I gotta taste. You push on the pedal, now I gotta skate. Yeah, all I ever know. Put me on this throne. Pinnacle. Push my buttons and that motherfucker go. What you know, what you own. Push it and I zone. Sonic booms full of room. Running till the tomb with my goons. Smell the fumes. Y'all know what it do with the crew when we coming through. Y'all know better move. Make it fast. Ain't no second chance coming for your ass.
iRacing top 10. Here he comes.
Push the gas like.
I just dash, on my way to the bag, boy, you know I push the gas.
Showtime! Welcome to the Nexus National Tour here at Langley Motor Speedway. Tonight we're going to be running Twin 50s. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, but first off, we got Thomas and Jay in the booth. I'm Thomas. Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to go at this for a second week here for the National Tour. Twin 50s, baby. Let's do this thing at Langley.
Absolutely. It was a spectacular showing last week. This week, I bet you it's going to be better. But let's go over some track facts real quick. Get you guys a little bit situated with what this track is like, where it's located, etc. Right now, we got a track temp of 86 degrees. Altitude's only 15 feet. We are located just outside of Hampton, Virginia. We got 2 degrees of banking in the straights, 6 degrees of banking in the corners. We got an inaccurate feet straightaway. I apologize for that. 1 quick repair, no extra tires. We got a pace car speed of 35 miles per hour and a pit speed limit of 30. So right now, we're looking at about 45 seconds left in practice here. But let's first go over real quick some race predictions. And Jay, we'll start with you.
Alrighty. Well, tonight we know with the National Tour they like to run one main, do a full invert of the field, and then run the second main. So if we're doing race predictions here, I'm going to take in race 1, I'm going to take Rob Collier. He's going to go back-to-back, winning the second main last week. He's going to win the first main this week. And my pick for the second main is going to be Scott Bayhue Jr. We know how fast he is in these short tracks and these late model stocks. I believe he will take main number 2.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to go with James Morris. He was pretty fast last week. He did win the first 50 last week. The second race didn't do that well, but I think he can have a chance to redeem himself. Hey guys, real quick here, we're having some difficulties on our end. We're going to take you back to the intro broadcast screen real quick, and we'll be right back after qualifying. Alright. Hey, sorry about that, guys. We are back in spectacular fashion right now. As you can see, Zach Brennan's putting it on pole right now over a very slim margin over Dylan Winters. We're going to be wrapping up this qualifying session here. Pretty much everybody's taking a lap except for Robert Gast. Robert Gast might be just waiting, or he wants to start in the back. Find out. But, yeah, we apologize. We're back, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Zachary Brennan. He is your pole winner for tonight. We'll go ahead and go through the starting lineup right now. On pole, Zachary Brennan in the 31 car. And starting on the outside of him, Dylan Winters in the 14, starting P2.
Starting third is Riley Mobley in the number 05 car with James A. Morris, last week's winner in race 1, in the 18 car.
Starting P5, we got Scott Mayhew in that 29 car. In P6, we got Stephen Downton in the 09.
Starting 7th, we have Matt Yost in that 70 car with Rob Collier, Showtime himself, in the 02, starting 8th.
Starting 9th, we got Brad Haldane in the number 39 car, and P10 is Jonathan Golden in the 86.
And rounding out your field tonight, Robert Gast in the 87 car, starting 11th.
There is your field, 11 cars. We are going to be going green flag racing this time by. We've got lights out on the pace car. And real quick before we go green, Brian Parker, we see you in the chat. Hey, thanks for coming out here and commenting on pretty much every live video we do. We surely appreciate it. Love talking to you as well. We're going to go green. No, we're not. Lights are off. They got me all confused.
Jumpy, we're ready to go green, baby. Let's do this thing.
Yeah. There is nothing better to do tonight than watch these late models go around this wonderful track here at Langley in Virginia. Make sure to grab your snacks, drink your dinner, eat your beer. We're going green flag racing tonight here at Langley Speedway. The 31 car leading the field to green. He gets a pretty good jump coming off of turn 4 there. Going into turn 1 now, we see the field hitting. We got the 75 right behind the 31, but look at this. The 31 and 14 are going side by side as the 75 tries to make it 3 wide, thinks better of it. Now coming back towards the start-finish line, the 31 is your leader.
Oh, we're side by side here for second. We got Mobley on the bottom. We got Winters on the outside. Winters is getting some great drive center of the turn there. Still stays side by side on the outside of your 75 car here.
Still side by side with that 14. The 14 car trying to find his way in line. He does, but as he does that, the 75 makes some contact at the start-finish line into the wall. He seems to make it keep going straight. Scott Mayhew trying to make that pass, or he does make that pass for 4th place right there. A great racing talent that we saw last week out of this 29. He's continuing that run and getting himself into the podium position.
Yeah, as Dylan Winters is falling back from 2nd to 3rd here, just in front of Mayhew Jr., like you mentioned, as Brennan is now pulling a pretty sizable lead over Mobley here in that 75 car. He is booking right now.
Mobley doing everything he can to try and get back up to that front car. Right now, the best lap time is your leader, Zachary Brennan. He's definitely brought a rocket ship tonight. I wonder if anybody can get up there and challenge him.
Yeah, he's had that dominant performance last week in the second main until he had some incident there and late in the race, trying to redeem himself tonight, as now you see Mayhew Jr. looking to the inside of Dylan Winters here for 3rd. Mayhew Jr. still on the bottom going through turns 1. Off of turn 2, going to be side by side down the back. He'll actually clear him down the back.
Looks like Dylan got the worst out of that. The 18 car, he's going to be making a pass on the 14 as well. That's James A. Morris making his way into the top 4.
Wow, that 18 car is on rails, moving through the field here, up to 4th place over Dylan Winters now, as Dylan Winters has faded back to 5th from the start. And now Mayhew Jr. now running 3rd. Can he run down your 2 leaders now?
Mayhew Jr., he has got a fast car as well. He's pulling some decent lap times. Pretty much, well, actually, the top 5 running the identical lap times at the moment. So everybody's pretty fast up here in the top 5. We'll see what they put down this next time by. It's pretty much identical. They're doing the great job there. Actually, I apologize. We were looking at the wrong data. Scott Mayhew pulled the fastest lap time last time by. And oh, we got a spinner of the 18 with a yellow flag.
No caution. Oh, we did get a yellow. Okay, that's game-changing right there.
All right, first caution flag of the day. That is the 18 car of James A. Morris. He was working his way up to the front and unfortunately caught a spin coming off of 4. Let's real quick take a look at this replay here. Here's James A. Morris coming off of turn 4 right now. Maybe just grabbed a little bit too much apron there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Just grabbed a little bit too much apron, had some wheel into it, went back to the throttle, and that thing just came right on around. Typical short track racing.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The 18 car goes for a spin. We are not allowed tires for this league here. So the 18 car, he is going to have to battle back with those tires that he spun on. We'll see what he can do starting from the back.
Yeah, before we wait yellow as well, we saw Mobley actually close that gap on Brennan. He was heating him up there for the lead. It'll be interesting to see if maybe his car has come to him now that we've ran 11 laps through this race.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, these drivers know that the bottom lane is the quickest. You got to get there. You have to stick to it. You can't let anybody underneath you, or else you get a situation where Scott found the opportunity to get below that 14 car, and he made it happen. He's the one who's been making the most passes since the start of the race. Actually, I take that back. Brad Haldane is +4 since the start of the race.
Wow. That is some moving right there. Especially with the double points being rewarded. You don't want to hit the invert. You want to try and win both main events. Get as much points as you can get tonight. Brad Haldane doing a fantastic job moving through the field.
Absolutely. We're going double file right now. That means the lights are out on the pace car. We're going green flag racing this time by. We'll see what the 31 can do to keep the 75 at bay. I don't think there's going to be much match. That outside lane just not really working with these guys. So we'll see what they can do. Coming off of turn 4 right now. Green flag is out in the air. We've got the 31 car getting a pretty decent jump on the 75, but the 75 is rebounding on the exit of turn 2. The 31's going to have to battle with them going down the back straightaway. They're still side by side going into turn 3. Now the 29 is all over the rear bumper of the 31, and the 31 clears the 75. And the 29 makes contact with the 75. Oh, big wreck.
Haldane is over. Tumbling down the turn there.
Wow. We were flipping at a 3/10 of a mile track. Unbelievable.
That's some good old short track racing right there, baby.
All right, we got to look at this yellow flag real quick. We'll go see what happened to Brad here. Can't be that good. He went for a ride. You see the contact made there with the 29 and 75. Everybody's just trying to break. Brad gets some contact there from behind, and it just launched him. So there you go. That's what happened. The 39 getting a real bad deal out of that. We'll see how bad his car is. It's got to be going down pit lane right now to try to get some damage fixed. We'll see if he can come out. I know these guys do get a quick repair. Oh, no quick repair, maybe. Well, no quick repair for Brad.
Wow, this is going to be Mayhew Jr. Even with the damage he got on that right rear quarter panel there, he's still going to maintain second place here. Look at Collier up to 4th now in this race, really benefiting off of a lot of other guys' misfortune there on that incident.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we have come to find out with these races right now, attrition means a lot. If you can just keep that car clean and make it to the end, you could absolutely get a great finish.
Yeah, and Morris has also moved up to the 7th position after having his little spin and starting in the back, so he also benefited off of that incident there as well.
Looks like Brad is still in the pits. Maybe getting some more work done on his number 39 machine. We'll see. We are a double file. We are going to go green flag racing. Oh, they waved the start. We're going to go green the next time by.
This will give Brad Haldane another chance to get back up to the field here. No, he's still on pit lane. I don't know if he's going to make it back out in time to compete in this race. Oh, there he goes. Right as I say it, here comes Brad out of the pit lane now.
Absolutely. Getting as much damage as he can fixed. Excuse me. And we'll see that 39 car back out on track. I'm excited to see what Scott Mayhew can do here on the outside of the 31. Coming to the green flag now. We'll see how the 31 reacts. He gets a massive jump over Scott Mayhew. Going into turn 1 now, Scott Mayhew clears the 14 car. He's in second place. This battle is going to start heating up here. We'll see what the 29 can do going through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Mayhew Jr. really had to go to the bottom line there after failing on that restart to make up the ground that he needed to get the lead. He's all over the back of the 31 now. Can he make anything happen here, as we're going to have about 35 laps to go here at the line?
It's real interesting. You can see that 29 car using all of that apron. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Someone... Steven Downton. Go back and look at that yellow flag real quick. See what happened to the 09 car coming off of turn 4 there. Just gets a little loose. Nowhere really for the 75 to go, but the 09 keeps it clean.
That was some pretty heads-up driving by both those drivers, not to make that contact any worse than it was. That was some great driving by these guys.
Absolutely. That last time, or that last green flag lap that we ran there, Scott Mayhew pulled the fastest lap of the entire race.
Wow. He's setting up something here. I think this is going to get exciting for this victory coming down the line here.
Yeah, absolutely. That 29 car looks like he's just on rails. He built a great setup for tonight.
He's got that Dubby power plant there behind the wheel. Kicking some tail out here tonight. Putting up the quickest lap. Driving through the field up to second at this point. Gonna get another chance at a restart on the outside. This is some awesome stuff here out of Mayhew Jr.
We're going to see that 29 car line up on the outside again on this restart. It looks like they're pre-staging to go too wide for the restart. We'll see what that 29 car can do. We caught him sleeping a little bit on that last restart, but it actually really worked to his benefit. The 14 car was caught a little sleeping as well, going into turn 1, and going into turn 1, the 29 was able to go to the bottom lane, and that really helped him keep that position that he was in. So we'll see what happens this time. That was actually a very interesting restart. All right, lights off on the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing this time by. See what the 31 car can do. Off of turn 4 now. He gets a pretty good jump, but so does the 29. Going into turn 1 now, the 14 does get side by side with the 29. The 29 trying to prevail on the outside, but he's not going to be able to do it. He gets real tight off of turn 2, and it's not looking to his favor. They got a train underneath him now. He's going to try to squeeze in, and he does. The 29 now P3.
Yeah, Mayhew Jr. really the big loser there on that restart. So was Rob Collier, who restarted on the outside in the second row. He's back to 6th. Mayhew's back to 4th. As now we have Dylan Winters now in 2nd place behind your leader, Brennan. This is going to get exciting here.
A great train for the top 4 contenders right now. These guys are just driving the wheels off of this thing. Continuing to log some laps. We got... Right now, we're going about to complete lap 20. So we'll see what the strategy looks like as the 05...
Oh, Mayhew sideways.
Or the 75 got underneath the 29 off of turn 2.
Looks like that will move Mobley up to 2nd as we got a battle for the lead. Winters to the inside of Brennan here. He's going to try and take him on the bottom. Move Dylan Winters to the lead. Your new leader here before the halfway point. Dylan Winters.
What a drive by that 14 car. We know how hard it is to pass with these cars at any of these short tracks. He gets it done. He gets by the 31, and he is the new leader of this race.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. So is Mobley. Rebounds after getting turned there early in the race. He's up to 3rd. Can he get by Brennan now and set his sights on Winters and try and get the lead back? Same with Morris. He's surfaced up here to 4th.
Yep, Morris and Mobley doing a great job to get those cars back up front. The 75 has obvious damage. I mean, obviously it's only cosmetic because he's able to put that car wherever he wants it, and he's still pretty quick.
Oh, he got a great drive off that corner. He's going to take it to the bottom of Brennan now. Mobley looking for second. He's going to get it. Here comes Morris. Oh, as Brennan goes wide, he's going to lose multiple spots here as now Mayhew Jr.'s looking underneath him.
Yeah, the 31 car is just getting freight trained now. There's not much he can do except try to get back in line, and he's going to try to do that here. But Golden's not going to give him the opportunity. They make contact in the 31 sideways, but they keep it straight. Unbelievable.
Wow. Wow, the 31 car is getting the bad end of this deal here. He's already faded back to 6th as now Mobley is moved up to 2nd. He's going to try and chase down Winters here as we're past the halfway point now.
Coming around now to complete lap 27, we got Dylan Winters, your leader. Riley Mobley, P2. James Morris, P3. That is your podium right now. Scott Mayhew is in P4 with Jonathan Golden in P5.
Yeah, as now Brennan's trying to challenge Golden. Oh, it looks like he loses a little bit of time there on exit. Now Brad Haldane's going to challenge him here. Brad Haldane, oh, we got a caution. Matt Yost is around here on the front.
Hey, look, I promise you we weren't talking about you, Matt.
It's not the announcer's jinx tonight. Unfortunately, still catching the bad luck deal here.
All right, let's real quick look at this yellow flag and see what happened to the 70 car coming off of turn 4 here. Just getting a little loose there. Trying to save it. Makes contact with the inside wall. Unfortunate.
As we're going to get a restart here. We're going to have Mobley in that 75, Morris in the 18. They're going to be up towards the front now with very fast race cars.
We got Rob Collier in pit road as well as Matt Yost. So we'll see what those guys, or what's going on with those guys here in a little bit. We'll see if they take the restart. But we've got a real good battle here. Look, we've got the 14 car leading this race. The 75 is going to restart on the outside. But then the second car on the inside is that 18 car of James Morris. He's already won a race in this series. The first Twin 50 last week. And he's looking to go back-to-back for the first race of the 50s, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Would you count that a back-to-back?
I'd count it a back-to-back. I'd count any weeks, back-to-back weeks that you win a race at all, it would be considered back-to-back. So him and Collier are both looking for back-to-backs here.
Yeah, absolutely. That 18 car is fast. I wouldn't discredit it. So we'll see what this 18 car can do on this restart. Unfortunately, the 75 and the 29 and the 31, they're going to be restarting on the outside. They're going to have a lot of work in front of them to try to get back on the inside and retain a good position there.
Yeah, we've seen the outside work for about the first 2 turns, and then by the time they get to turns 3 and 4, the outside is just done. So we'll see if they can get a good jump here.
All right, lights out on the pace car. We're going green flag racing. Pace car going into the pits now. We see the cars exiting turn 4 as we speak. The 14 car gets a great restart here, and then into turn 1. The 75, he's going to be able to work his way in. The 18 car looking like he was caught sleeping there on that restart. Now the 75 is going after the hunt for the 14, and the 18 rounds out your top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, as now we see Morris, he files into 3rd. Oh, Mayhew gets a little bit of wall there. He's back in 4th. Looks like they're going to try and battle this out to try and move into that podium position as you see Haldane underneath Golden for 5th. He is making a great comeback.
Here comes Bad Brad back into 5th place. He clears the 86 off of turn 4. Going into turn 1 now, the 86 is looking to contend with that spot, but he's not going to be able to. The 39 continues to ride in P5.
As now Mobley is inching in here on your leader, Winters. He is setting him up here. We're going to get 17 laps to go when we cross the line next. He's all over the bumper of Winters. Can Winters hang on, or can Mobley make the move here?
Yeah, so this is a very interesting position to be in. Does the 75 give him a little nudge to get underneath him, or does the 75 just stick on his rear bumper and play head games with him?
Yeah, this is the point of the race where you try to make them make a mistake, right? Let them beat themselves. You don't have to push the issue yet. There's still a lot of time left in this race, and we see Mayhew Jr. make an incredible move on Morris. Move him up to P3. Can he go run down your leaders?
P3 for the 29 car, battling with the 18 car. He gets the better of it. We're seeing a great battle heat up now for second place. We might have Scott Mayhew join this battle. He's on rails.
Yeah, that's a great point. Here comes Mayhew Jr. If the fight, this is going to allow Mayhew Jr. to close that gap even more. Maybe it's time for Mobley to start using the bumper. He might have to go here.
Mobley's going to have to get something done in order to keep that 29 at bay. A car in between him and the 29 would be the ideal situation. But the 75 still having a hard time getting around this 14 car as he goes around the track.
Yeah, Dylan Winters is doing a great running his race, running his line, making it very difficult on the 75 here of Mobley. Mobley's there, though. He's on his bumper. He's going to have to find some way around this 14 car here.
Absolutely. And look at this. This is the 29 car's home track. The 29 is out here racing for a reason. He wants to get a win on his home track tonight. He's got a purpose for the speed right now. We're seeing that 29 car catches. Oh, and the 75 makes contact with the 14. The 75 turns the leader. The 14 car, he is relegating all the way to the back.
Drama here in the late going here of race 1 is your leader. Winters goes around.
Wow. Let's go ahead and look at that replay. Probably get a good view right here. Oh!
That was a great replay angle right there.
Let's look again here. Yeah, the 75 just making a little contact there with the 14.
That's just some good old short track racing. You know, we didn't mean to turn him around. He was just trying to, what would Dale Earnhardt say? Rattle his cage a little bit here.
Cage. Ruffle the feathers. Tonight, tensions are high. The drama is here. We are racing in the Nexus Sim Racing League, the National Tour.
Yeah, we're going to have 10 laps to go, actually. The Dega boys tend to go when we get the green here. So this race is coming to a close. If you're going to do something, you've got to do it now. Time is running out.
You see these guys already pre-staging to go on a restart. Let's look at this real quick. Brad Haldane restarting P4 after he rolled that vehicle going through turn 1.
Yeah, what a recovery. Him and Morris, because Morris spun early in this race, went right to the back. So that second row there's got some good storylines with some recoveries here.
We're not going green this time by. They have waved the green flag off. We're going around one more time. Then we get to see these cars in action. This is going to be a great restart. We've got the 75 leading this race. We've got a very aggressive 29 car in second. We've got James A. Morris, already a proven winner in this series, starting P3. It's going to be interesting. I think interesting on the 18 part the most. See what he can do here. We're going green flag racing. We're going to see the pace car pull off here. And see the 75 lead the field to green. He does a great job on getting that jump on the start there. The 29 car, he's going to be able to fill that slot on the bottom side. The 18 car not getting a great restart there. as the 75 car is almost in a league of its own right now. We'll see what the 29 can do on his pure raw speed to catch back up to that 75 car.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough person to catch. That Mobley car, he's been super quick tonight. Mayhew Jr.'s car doesn't come in for a couple laps on a restart. Does he have enough time to run him down for this win here?
Right now, we got some pretty evenly spaced cars. 1 through 4th right now. 4th place still being held onto by Brad Haldane. Jonathan Golden rounding out your top 5. And right now, it looks like the 29 car can't catch that 75. He's just a little bit slower as well, but that 18 car is fast. That 18 car is probably going to try to find a way around that 29.
Yeah, it looks like Mobley's kind of checked out here on these two guys. It looks like the battle here is for second between Morris, Mayhew, and maybe even Haldane is closing in on this battle as well.
Absolutely. Haldane's wanting a chunk of this action as well. He's trying to drive his way up there.
Yeah, as we're going to be 5 laps to go that time at the line. Here we go. Still battling for second. Morris and Mayhew. Mayhew is still holding on to that second position at the time being.
A lot of space between these drivers. We've got a little report here from our chat. Low fuel not helping the balance for the 29 car.
Wow, that is a big strategy call there. Looks like it isn't working out as he's now 0.7 of a second behind your leader, Mobley here. Does he have enough time or another chance to run him back down here?
Mobley's just taken off. I mean, he's so fast right now, nobody can catch him.
Yeah, he is taken off from the field. He's got 2 laps to go now. Checking out on Mayhew.
It looks like nobody's going to be able to contend with this 75 car rounding into 3 and coming off of 4 now. That 75 car looking to win this race tonight.
The white flag is in the air. The final lap of heat race number 1 here at Langley. We've got Riley Mobley leading through 3 and 4. Coming off of 4 now. He's going to take race number 1 here at Langley. Mobley.
Yep, a great job to all drivers. We've got Riley Mobley winning race 1 tonight. Scott Mayhew coming in second. And James Morris rounding out your top 3. Let's pull up Mobley real quick. Oh. Mobley's not here. Ah, heck. Let's pull up the 29.
Position. Oh, shoot.
Hey, hey, Scott.
Hey.
This is
Hey,
Thomas and
what's
Jay
up?
in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, bud?
Hey, sorry. Hey, look, my Discord's doing some really weird stuff, so I can't even see you right now, so it's cool. But, anyways, hey, we couldn't bring up Riley Mobley there, the winner of this race, so we're going to bring you up, and we're going to ask you a couple questions about your race, if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like, you got a little a damage there. You were caught up in a couple wrecks, but you rebounded all the way back up to second place. Just tell us a little bit about your race and what it took to get back to that point.
A lot of driving. It was a great race. 05 had a great car. I was doing all I could. Getting really low on the gas tank. Really didn't have the turn off to grab him. But, we're got the second race. Hopefully we can bounce back and do better.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we know with this second race, the field gets inverted. So what is your game plan going into this race now, starting second to last?
Well, it's Langley, so it takes a lot of patience and a lot of throttle control to get through the corners. So you just have to be patient, let them make their mistake, and you take over there from then.
Absolutely. Now, one more thing. I saw in the chat that this is your home track. Is that right?
Yes, I only live about 5 minutes from here.
All right. That's sweet. Hey, look. Well, first off, congratulations on finishing second, but man, are we rooting for you to win at your home track tonight. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, congratulations again. Go out there and kick some tail.
Oh, we're going to try to.
Absolutely. That was your P2 finisher, Scott Mayhew. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't bring up Riley Mobley there. That's all right. Real quick, though, I want to touch on this second 50 that we're going to be running. Another 50-lap race. The field is going to be inverted, so we're going to see the 75 starting last in this second race. We're going to be seeing the 29 starting second to last, and the 18 starting third to last. So we saw the 18 last week, right? He won the first race, started last the second race, and it was just... did not work out for that man.
Yeah, that's a great point. I do also want to mention, though, with Rob Collier last week, he started second to last after finishing second in the first main and went on to win the second main. So we had a double storyline there with Morris having his bad luck not being able to go get the second win, and then Collier with all the luck on his side able to come through all of the carnage to win that second main event from the back. So great storylines ahead of us here.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see an incredible drive by that 02 car last week. I think, though, that the 29 car learned a lot from last week as well. He's going to be able to probably, I guess, learn from that situation and come back better.
Yeah, 100% agree. He is a very talented driver behind the wheel of these late model stocks. He is going to be a factor in the second main event without a doubt. So I'm excited to see it.
Me too. I've got a report here that Riley Mobley is joining the chat. Let's bring him up. We got time.
We got time.
Hey, look who it is. It's Riley Mobley. Hey, look, it's Thomas and Jay in the booth. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I am just giddy to be here. We usually what we do is we interview the winner and then we talk a little bit, all the mumbo jumbo crap that we do, But anyways, hey, look, you drove a great race. You got a little bit of contact there with the 14 car to take over the lead of this race. Tell us a little bit about what happened with that 14 car.
So I'm pretty sure the 14 car's rear tires are falling off because we were about 8 laps in the run. I throttled up coming out of 2, and he just didn't go anywhere. I accidentally ran to the back of him. I apologized to him immediately afterwards, but it was just a racing deal, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really hard to pass at these short tracks with these cars. Really, the bottom lane looks to be just so dominant. If you're not on that bottom lane, you're just going to get freight trained all the way to the back unless you find an opening. How important is it going to be for you, now starting dead last in this second 50, to get on the bottom lane and make some passes?
Oh, it's going to be everything. I mean, if you can't get down to the bottom pretty early, it's just going to be feast or famine. I mean, you have to go on the bottom in order to move forward on restarts and pass. It's just, there's no really working the outside here. It's so flat.
Alrighty. I guess my last question here before we start this second race, we don't take up too much of your time, is who do you have to thank for this win here in the first heat race here at Langley?
Honestly, I have to thank Dylan Winters, the guy I accidentally punted. He's the one who sent me an invite to this league about an hour and a half ago. And I said, sure, why not? And what do you know?
Heck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, look, we love seeing new faces and new names here. And we surely appreciate you joining. Shout out to Dylan Winters as well for getting this man to this league and providing us some great entertainment. Riley, congratulations on your win, and we'll see you in the second one.
Thank you.
That was pretty funny. The man who invited him to the league, he dumped. That's awesome. I dig it. I love it.
What another great storyline, too, there. Coming into his first start in the Nexus Leagues here and takes the dub. I mean, that's some storybook type stuff right there.
Yep, absolutely. That is a headline that I missed there. But but yeah, we did see some great racing between the 75 and the 14 in this race. Obviously, these guys are great friends. They're probably running very similar setup. They're both just extremely fast. I guarantee we're going to see both of these cars back up front at the end of this Twin 50. So, that's just probably something most likely we'll see. But, I'm really excited to see where James Morris ends up. Brad Haldane had a great comeback that race. So, yeah. We've got starting grid for you guys. How about that? Steven Downton starting on pole with the 09 car, with Matt Yost on the outside of him in P2 in the 70 car.
Starting third is Robert Gast in that 87 car, and starting fourth, Showtime himself, Rob Collier in the 02 car.
In fifth, we've got Zachary Brennan. He was the pole winner for the last race. He's in the 31 car. We got Dylan Winters in the 14 car starting sixth.
Starting seventh, we have Jonathan Golden in the 86 Crush car with Brad Haldane in the 39 starting eighth.
James A. Morris in that 18 car starting P9, and Scott Mayhew in the 29 starting 10th.
And your Heat 1 winner, Riley Mobley, who we just heard from in the number 75 car starting 11th here.
There you guys have it. That is your race lineup for tonight. Now, I'm not going to forget this time. We're not going to go green flag this time by. We're going to go around again, and then we'll go green flag. So, we got something to talk about here. Jay, who do you think's going to win this race?
I believe that Mobley's going to go back-to-back. I think this is his night, and he's going to just prove it by coming from the back like Collier did last week and get the dub.
There you have it. 75. All right. I'm going to go with Dylan Winters. I'm going to go with his buddy there. Obviously, he's got a fast car. He can get it done. We saw him drive to the front anyways. And he's got a lot shorter distance to get there than everybody else that was pretty competitive last race. So I'm going to go with that 14 car. But I'm going to get a special highlight here to the 29 car. As we can now go on a green flag, the 09 and the 70 side by side going into turn 1. Everybody else behind them seems to go single file. The 02 now side by side with the 70 coming off of turn 2 as the 09 continues to lead this race.
Yeah, move Collier up to second here behind Steven Doughton. Steven Doughton's going to lead right now as we see the 87 car of Robert Gass looking to the inside of Matt Yost for third.
The 87 car looking real racy right now, and that BMW-themed car, that's a one-off right there, baby. The 87 doing a great job side by side with that 70. The 70 getting a little loose off of turn 4. The 14 is trying to get around them. He cannot. It is a roadblock right now. Look at the 75. Where'd he come from? The 75 side by side with the 14 right now. And we'll see. Looks like the 75 is going to get the best of it.
Yeah, as now Mobley move him up to the P5 spot as he just moves past Yost now. And now Winter's going to take advantage of Yost. He's going to take it to the bottom. And here comes Brad Haldane on the inside as well.
Looks like the 70 car just getting a little freight train there. Not much he can do. He can't get to the inside. We'll go back up to the front here now where we're side-by-side racing with Rob Collier and Steven Downton. Steven Downton not being able to hold on that position. Your new leader, Rob Collier.
Move Showtime to P1. Move Steven Doughton back to P2. Robert Gass behind him. Robert Gass goes wide. Looks like Brennan's going to look to the inside. There he goes. He sends it on the bottom of Gass. He's going to make the move. Move him up to P3.
The 31, again, looking real racy. We saw him fall off at the end of that race. The first race there. We'll see if he made any adjustments to make that car better. But look no further. We've got Riley Mobley here already up to the 4th position. This man is on rails.
Yeah, he is flying through the field. Only 8 laps into this race, and he's already up to P4. He's coming to the lead. Can he get by Brennan here off of 4? He stays in line going into 1.
Still single file we're seeing with these drivers right here. The 31 car leading this pack. The 75 trying to get around. Not looking like he has much options at the moment. Rob Collier continues to extend his lead over second place of Steven Downton. Steven Downton not being able to hold on to that, or hold close to the 02 car, as now the 31 car is sneaking up to the rear bumper of this 09 car.
Wow, it looks like the handling on Mobley's car is going away a little bit, sliding off the corners, losing a lot of time, opening up the bottom a little bit on exit. Can Winters pounce on that and take over that position as we got a train lined up here behind the 09 car now as he's backing up to Brennan in the 31.
We'll see what the 31 can do with this 09 car in front of them. They're coming out of turn 2 now, going down the back straightaway. The 09 car doing a great job to hold off these cars for the moment. This is everything Rob Collier wants. He's got such a huge lead right now. He's not going to have to worry about much. Oh, the 31 sends it on the inside of the 09, makes a little bit of contact. The 09 goes all the way up, and the 31 gets by. The 75 gets by. The 14 looking like he's going side by side. He does, coming off of turn 4. Now the 14 gets by. The 39 is now side by side with the 09. This is what they needed. This is not what Rob Collier wanted. But the best part about it, second place is 2.2 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, Collier has gone and done checked out. Mr. Showtime up there all by himself, way ahead of the pack, is now the 31 car. Brennan goes wide. Here comes Mobley to the bottom. He's looking for P2. Move him to P2.
The 75 car, unbelievable performance tonight. We'll see what he can do to run down Collier. That 2.2 second gap I was just telling you about has already turned to 2.5 seconds. So we'll see what the 75 can do to get that gap shrunk back down.
Yeah, now that he's got some clean
Oh,
air.
the 29's around.
Oh, we got a yellow. That changes everything, everybody.
Oh, man. That's not what the 02 wanted right there. Dang. All right, let's real quick look at this yellow flag involving the 29 of Scott Mayhew. He just gets into the 31 a little bit. That's unfortunate. All right, look at that. We got Tim Henderson in the chat. Yeah, come on and get you some. Yes, sir. I dig it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what a fantastic first 17 laps we just saw. We saw the 09 car kind of being a buffer for the 02 car. He got a huge lead over second place, something that probably wouldn't be able, the 75 car wouldn't be able to overcome with a little bit of luck. He probably could have, but now that lead is gone. The 02 now is going to have to race that 75, which we know that 75 is on rails. What we also know, though, is that the 75 and the 14 are teammates. They're probably sharing very similar setups. What do you think's going to happen, Jay, on this restart?
Yeah, this can be very interesting. Very incredible first 17 laps. The 02, the 75 makes you wonder how much tire they were using up there with Collier extending that big lead, and then Mobley having to drive through the field, and now having to restart on the outside of Collier, the unpreferred line. This is going to be very interesting. It's all going to come down to who can clear who down this run.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the biggest story, is the 75 having to restart on the outside of the 02. But then on top of that, you got the 14 car, second car inside. So, you know, we know the 14's fast. We know the 75's fast. We saw that in the last race. Rob Collier not having a lot of good luck last race, so we didn't really get to see the showcase of speed that he might have. We know the 39 car is pretty fast. The 31 is pretty fast as well. We saw that was showcased last race. So we'll see what the 75 and 39 can do on the outside. 18 switching positions. Hey, look, we're going green flag racing. Lights are off on the pace car. Here we come, and off of turn 4, Rob Collier gets a great restart to this race. Going into turn 1 now, the 75 actually clears the 14. Now the 75 is going after the 02 car of Rob Collier. He's looking to the inside. He's not going to be able to get it. Going through 3 and 4 now, they are still single file coming to the start-finish line.
Oh, Collier tags a little bit of wall there coming across the start-finish line. He was able to maintain the lead and keep it going. That's showtime for you, as now Mobley's all over his bumper here. Coming to get lap 20 started now.
That 75 car might be exercising a little bit of patience here to see if he can get into the head of the 02. See if he can get him around him that way as he shoves it into turn 3 there. See what he does going into turn 1 here. He looks like he might have a pretty good run, not being able to execute it. Right now, the best race that we're seeing is between these two cars.
Yeah, the battle for the lead is heating up. We got the top 4 guys lined up nose to tail here as we see, is that Golden making a pit stop? As we continue up here in the lead, Mobley, He's able to stay right there on the tail of Collier. Collier is doing a great job defensively hanging on to that front position at the moment.
Yep, and I think we're just seeing a little bit of patience out of this 75 car right now. You see him working a little bit of different lanes there in 1 and 2. He's grabbing a lot of apron. He's shoving it into turn 3 versus Collier's little swing that he does going into turn 3. So we'll see where the 75 car can stack up over time versus this 02 car. As now you see the 02 car using a whole bunch of apron. So all these drivers are just searching right now.
Yeah, you got to be searching for grip as we are closing in on the halfway point here. Next time by will be halfway. So there's still a lot of time left. Time to be patient. Maybe find a little bit of grip and maybe allow yourself to be faster in the second half of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a great strategy for the 75 right now, is just keep your tires cool and then use them when you need them. The 75 car exercised that he had a fantastic car the last race. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Mayhew.
All kinds of bad luck here for Mayhew in this second race.
All right, let's go back and look at this yellow flag real quick. Coming right here. Here's the 29 car going through 1 and 2 at the moment. Or 3. Looks like maybe... No, 1 and 2, sorry. Looks like he just got a little loose on the apron there.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He mentioned that in his interview as well. You got to be really patient on the throttle. Really hard to get off these corners and keep it straight down the straightaways. So I think that's what we saw, was a little bit of that difficulty on corner exit.
Maybe a little bit of desperation out of that 29 car, trying to move himself up.
Yeah, I mean, he's racing there hard with Morris there, who we know is very hard to pass, very fast. So, yeah, could have been a little desperation getting to that halfway point. Time to go.
Time to go. That is right. Go back up to the front here. Rob Collier still leading this race. Did a fantastic job keeping that 75 at bay that last run. We'll see what he can do with this run as the lights are still on the pace car.
Looks like we're sorting out our running positions here. Trying to figure out where we're all going to line up on this restart as we're still under yellow. A little bit of that pre-staging that Tom's mentioning here.
All right. We got lights out on the pace car. We are going green flag racing this time by. We're going to see the 02 car lead this field to green. See if he can get a good jump like he did last time and keep that 75 car at bay. Maybe that 14 car gets a good restart and denies the 75 in inside lane.
Yeah, we got a lot to figure out here in a short 25-lap sprint to the checkers.
Coming off of turn 4 now, we got green flag in the air, and it looks like Rob does get another good restart. Going into turn 1 now, the 14 car denies the 75 car. An inside lane, the 14 car now side by side with the 75 going into turn 3. And they're pretty much neck and neck. Coming off of turn 4 now, the 14 car looking like he might clear the 75, but he doesn't. But going into turn 1, he does. He makes a little contact with the 39. This 75 car is just getting freight trained at the moment.
Oh, it looks like he's going to be able to get down in front of Brennan there. That was tight there. It looks like he's going to get behind Brad Haldane into 4th. He grabs a little bit of wall on the front stretch. Maybe getting a little desperate like we mentioned at the top.
Yeah, you can see the wheel input that he has coming off the corner. That's a great shot. If you look at his left front wheel, he's got a lot of right front wheel into it. Yeah, this shot right here. You can see how much he's working that wheel. In fact, I'd love to go on board with him. What do you think, Jake?
I like that idea. Let's do it.
Take a boy's camera coming right at you. Watch that handwork right there.
Woo! He's skatey on the bottom. I love it. He's digging.
What did Doc Hudson say? Go right or turn right to go left? We're not even on a dirt track.
He's wheeling that thing.
Yes, sir. All right. That was the 75 car we were on board with. Rob Collier still leading this race. Brad Haldane getting himself a podium position at the moment. We'll see what the 75 car has to say about that. The 14 car, though, he's running P2.
Yeah, it looks like Collier's got a couple tenth of a second gap here over Dylan Winters there in second, and now we see a battle for third between Mobley and Haldane. Mobley's all over Haldane. He's trying to find a way around.
Oh, man, the amount of... Oh, they make contact going into turn 3. Oh, no, Brad. Brad getting turned there going into turn 3 by a very bold move by that 75 car. Oh, he's big mad. Oh, he's big mad. Oh, drama. We're seeing it tonight, boys and girls. 39 car not happy.
That's some good old short track racing, baby. Let's do this thing. We're getting a little bit of drama here in race number 2, battling for third. Mobley and Haldane showing their displeasure with each other, mostly Haldane.
Let's take a look at this replay and see what happened to that 39 and 75. Let's go and maybe get a good view from the chopper cam. See what happened. 75 car really dove it in hard in turn 3, making multiple points of contact, even grabbing some damage with the 31 the 39 did. That's just unfortunate for the 39 car there.
That's just short track racing, baby. Let's do this thing.
Short track
I
racing.
love it.
Now we're looking at 16 laps to go, 17. Still got some time. Brad's got some time to get back up there.
Oh, there's lots of time left in this race. I mean, it might feel like a short 50 laps, but 50 laps is a long time.
All right. This is shaping up to be a good race here. The O2 car looking to go back-to-back for the second race of the Twin 50s. We'll see what the O2 car can do against the 14 and the 75.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anybody be able to make that outside line work. We saw at least one restart in the first race where the outside line was able to maintain pace with the inside line into turn 3. So we'll see what Winters can do now that he's on the outside line.
Well, we've got lights off on the pace car. We are going green flag racing this time by. As you see everybody stacking up. Get ready for this green flag run. See what the O2 car can do. I think he can hold him off. Here we are going to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. The O2 car gets another great restart. The 14 car is behind him as the 75 car lets him in, or he got caught sleeping on that restart. The O2 coming off of turn 2 now. The 14 looking very sporty behind him. We'll see what the 14 car can do coming off of turn 4 as the 75 car is now all over his rear bumper.
Wow, this is getting exciting as Winters got a great restart. He's right on the bumper of Collier. Here he comes, using it up here, using everything he's got. All the willpower he's got in his soul, in his car, everything.
Right now, we've got the O2 leading this race. 14, though, he's making a look on the inside. He's not going to be able to make it work going through 3 and 4 right now. The O2 is still holding on to the lead of this race. The 14 diving it real hard into turn 1. Still can't make it happen. The O2 still leading this race off of turn 2.
Oh, looking to the inside. Winters is there. He's got his right front tire to the left rear of Collier. He doesn't make it happen that time. He falls back in line behind Collier, maybe using a little bit of bumper on entrance. Here comes Winters.
Winters to the inside of the O2. He shoves it into turn 3. Looks like he's going to make it work this time by coming off of turn 4 now. The O2 again clears the 14, but it's not enough going into turn 1. The 14 still side by side with the O2 coming off of turn 2. They make contact. O2 gets sideways. The 14 is now your new leader of the race. The O2 keeps it straight. He's now P3, but look at this. Here comes the 18 car of James Morris.
What wild racing as we got the Dega Boys 10 to go here at Langley. Now we got Winters, your leader. Mobley up to P2. And Collier back to P3. Here we come.
Oh, the 75 is getting loose off of turn 4. He saves it. Going into turn 1 now. The 75 pushing real hard to try to get the lead of this race over his teammate, the 14 car.
Wow, he is using up every inch of tire he's got underneath him right now. He is all over the bumper of Winters. Here he comes. Does he use the bumper? Does he try to go to the outside? Does he make it happen on the bottom? Who knows? Here we go.
The 14 car taking a real defensive line going into turn 3. He was real low going down the back straightaway to try to cut off this line of the 75. But going into turn 1 now, the 75 backs off a little bit from the 14. He's going to get a great run going down the back straightaway. We'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, he's got a great run. He's going to maintain that position behind Winters here. He's going to follow in line. Is he going to set him up for a last lap pass? I would. This is a prime position to make it happen as he gets another great run going down the back.
The 75 car all over the track searching for grip to try and find an advantage. Oh, the O2 gets sideways through 3 and 4. He's going down pit lane now. No caution. Oh, what a heartbreak for the O2.
Oh, no. Poor Showtime as the caution is out with 5 to go. This is getting dramatic. Look who's back in P3.
Bad Brad. Oh, man, this is going to be good.
That might not be accurate. The timing is delayed a little bit. He is P3.
No, yeah,
Oh, my goodness. Unrelenting.
All right, let's look at this yellow flag. I'm pretty sure it was called because of Rob Collier here. We'll try to go in the back of the field here and see if there was any other caution for anything else. The 09 car must like the marbles there. What do you think?
I mean, you go where they're not, right?
That's right.
That's this racing strategy. I like it.
I'm going to assume that caution was for Rob Collier there. Rightfully so. I think that deserved a caution as well. Just unfortunately, with iRacing's timelines there, he just got caught going on pit road. He had no other choice than to go down pit road. And unfortunately now, Rob Collier is being scored a lap down.
Yeah, that is some bad luck. He was dominating this race for the first 40 laps and then just got too wide. Dylan Winters made the move, made contact, took the lead. It faded back to third and then caught a little bit of apron there on the exit of 4, spun it sideways, took the evasive route down pit road.
Hey, real quick, I want to bring up the 39 and interview him real quick. Hey, Brad, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Brad. Hey, look, your car is on rails right now. You moved all the way back up to third place there with some bad luck that happened earlier in this race. How is that going to affect your race moving forward?
Well, with 4 to go, once the green flag drops, it's going to get pretty aggressive here very shortly. Other than that, you know, I'm only up here with a little bit of good luck, and I have to admit, a pretty fast race car. I wasn't thinking that in practice earlier, but it's kind of worked out in my favor.
It absolutely has, and look, you're going double file right now to prepare for the restart, so we'll let you go, but thanks for coming up here, and we're rooting for you to win this race. Good luck.
Thank you, brother.
That was Brad Haldane in that 39 car. He's looking to win this race. Do you think that's he can do it, Jay?
I think it's possible, man. That inside line, if he could just get a good jump with Winters, I think he's got it.
All right. We are squaring up now. Pace car is in. We'll see what the 14 car can do on this restart. See if he can get a good restart. He gets a pretty good restart. We'll see what the 39 does going into turn 1. He's side by side with the 75. We'll see what he can do coming off of turn 2. He relents. The 75 car gets ahead of him.
Wow, what a drive right there by Mobley to get back to P2 there after the restart. He's only got 3 laps to go as he grabs a little wall going into 1. Can he get to Winters now?
Winters looking like he's extending that gap a little bit to the 75. We'll see what he can do off of turn 4.
We got 2 to go here. This time at the line is now Mobley is closed in on Winters. Does he use the bumpers here?
Going down the back straight right now, you see the 14 take a real defensive line going into turn 3. He knows that the 75 car might be a little bit quicker. They make contact. They're sideways. The 14 car gets wrecked again from the 75. Going into turn 1 now, it's still white flag. No yellow flag at the moment. The 39 is P2. Not looking like he can do anything about it. Brad Haldane defending for second place, and he's not going to be able to do it. Going across the line. I don't know what happened there. That was crazy. Oh, the 70
Your winner. Your winner, Mobley. Back-to-back wins here in the National Tour. Heat race number 2, dub tonight. Going back-to-back. Incredible drive by Mobley tonight.
Yeah. I didn't even call that out. I was looking at the 39 there. What the heck happened there? Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and let's pull up Brad Haldane here. All right. Bad Brad. This is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy.
Oh yeah. I don't think people are happy with me, but yeah.
What happened there coming to the checker flag?
I ran out of fuel.
No way! Coming to the checker flag.
No, not coming to the checkered. I was coming out of 2 when I was running out of fuel. I was sputtering down the backstretch. And, well, I saw an opportunity to keep my spot, so I moved up, and, yeah.
That's wild! You made it. You finished the race. I mean,
I did.
That's
I had help.
Oh, what race was the nationwide race with Carl Edwards when he hit the rear end of Chris Buescher? Is that right? At Iowa?
It might
be. Something like that. Okay, well, look, you just recreated that here at Langley. Tell us a little bit about your race there, Brad.
Well, I surprisingly had a fairly quick race car. I wasn't really expecting it to be this way, but it was there. Other than with the caution laps and, caution laps not counting, and I made a slight misjudgment on fuel. 1 lap short, unfortunately, but kind of worked out in my favor. I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I got some apologizing. I definitely have some apologizing to do right now.
Well, we could all chalk it up to some short track racing, right?
Pretty much. Technically, I had the line, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, Brad, hey, you drove a fantastic race in both of the Twin 50s. We talked a little bit about your race, when we brought you up to the broadcast booth. So, not really a lot to talk about there, but really what I would like to know, Brad, is who do you have to thank for this race?
Well, I had La France Performance for putting this nice virtual engine together for me. North of 7, which is a distillery local to me who makes, I have to admit, a fairly awesome gin. So I figured I'd support them just a little bit, and Active Green and Ross to keep my IRL cars looking nice and spiffy, and Pure later for giving me the paychecks and allowing me to do this.
Absolutely. That is your P3 finisher for tonight, Brad Haldane. Thanks for coming up here, Brad.
Thank you.
Your P3 finisher for tonight. That was Brad. Wild finish there at the end. Let's pull up P2 here. That's Zachary Brennan. Looks like he came back for a pretty good finish. Hey, Zach, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Zach, congratulations on your P2 finish. I guess, where did you come from at the end? And tell us a little bit about your race.
I think the inside really helped me on the last laps there, but I really fell off on the outside halfway through and just kept coming through the field as I could.
Wow, well, you showed a lot of resilience there. You had a very fast car. We saw it in both races, leading a lot of laps in Heat 1. Coming home P2 in Heat 2, just a phenomenal job tonight. Who do you have to thank for such an awesome performance here tonight at Langley Speedway?
Definitely McConey Setup Shop for the setup. They hooked me up.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a
But,
great
yeah.
plug.
That was about it.
Alrighty, well, we really appreciate you coming out here and racing tonight and giving us some great action to talk about. It's a great drive as well, and we cannot wait to see you in the next one.
Thanks, man. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to be in the next one.
Awesome.
There you have it. That was Zach Brown. Zach Brown.
Brennan.
Good lord.
Zach Brennan.
I've been reading too many newsreels lately. That was Zachary Brennan. That was your P2 finisher for tonight. Let's bring up the 05 of Riley Mobley. Riley Mobley, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I think I do. What's up, guys?
Hey, what a race you played tonight. You ran a very aggressive strategy there. You made your way to the front, and you finish with the checker flag in your hand. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Well, like I said in the interview before, it was going to be feast or famine on the top, and I really did feast. I passed 4 or 5 cars in the first 2 laps of racing on the bottom. And after that, I just stayed patient, kind of just kept my cards in hand. It burned up the tires. I feel sorry for the 39. I accidentally cleaned them out on like lap 40. Feel bad for the 14. I really need to stop hitting people, I guess. But it was a fun race. I saved my tires, probably the best out of the top 3, and brought home the checkered flag, swept the 40s.
Alrighty. Well, that sounds like a great summary of your night. I mean, you go back to back, winning both races here in the Nexus National Tour here at Langley. Newcomer to the league here. I guess first off is I want to ask, who do you want to thank for just a dominant performance tonight and just a great drive behind the wheel?
I'd like to thank Dylan again for getting me in here. This is a lot of fun. The organizers of the league, great guys from what I've seen so far. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have many people to thank, honestly.
Well,
you did a fantastic job tonight, and we really, really appreciate you coming and joining this league, competing with some of the best iRacers in the business, adding your name to the win total here in the Nexus National Tour. And thank you again for everything, for all of the great talking points we had tonight. I think Tom might have another question for you.
yeah, I was just going to say, dominant performance. I mean, unmatched. You had the 14 car to race. You both had pretty similar setups there. It was very entertaining to watch you guys duke it out, with the unfortunate part that, contact was made there with the 14. But still, nonetheless, great content. Thank you for coming out, Riley. I know this is your first run here with the Nexus Sim Racing League. I hope you join more. It was very fun to watch, and we'll see you in the next one, hopefully, right?
Yeah, you'll see me in the next one. I'm definitely coming back. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Riley Mobley, the winner of both your 12 Twin 50s tonight. Thanks, Riley.
Not a problem, man.
Well, what a fantastic Twin 50s we had tonight here, Jay. Why don't you talk about, the race a little bit and give us, maybe something you saw that we didn't get to talk about on the broadcast.
Yeah, we saw 2 fantastic races here at Langley Speedway, proving why this is one of the premier short tracks in all of the country. Just a phenomenal drive here by newcomer Riley Mobley, coming and stealing the night away from these Nexus regulars here in the Nexus Sim Racing League. We saw 2 pretty identical type races. We saw an early lead by a certain particular driver, whether it was Brennan in the first one or Collier in the second one. And then we saw a caution sprinkled in through the middle, which changed the complexion of the race. We saw bad blood and tempers throughout the race, which was great action and entertainment for everyone at home. And then we saw just resilience out of this 75 car from starting in the back in both races and being able to come up and take both dubs. Just phenomenal racing. The best iRacers in the business, as always. Putting on a great show for you at home.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a great time coming out here and being able to broadcast. Excuse me. Being able to broadcast these Nexus Sim Racing Leagues. It's been a pleasure. I'm definitely, very, very excited. Every day I get home from work, I get to say, heck yeah, we're going racing tonight, and we get to broadcast it straight to YouTube and all of our fans there. We truly appreciate everybody that comes out, comments. We see you guys in the chat. I'd like to give a shout out to these guys, Tim Henderson, Brian Parker, Scott Mayhew. You guys are in our chat a lot. I can't begin to explain to you guys how much that means to us in building our channel and helping us out. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Again, it truly helps our channel grow and get into the eyes of everybody out there in the universe. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you again. This is Thomas and Jay broadcasting the Nexus Sim Racing League, the National Tour, and we will be back next week giving you some great content. We hope to see you there. Thanks, guys.
The best iRacers in the business.
When we got sticks for real, we looking out for the opposition. We don't do this for mass appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no Vladimir. You want me to lose, but I can't. I'ma shed like 1,000 tears. I can't do that to waste. I pull up in Mercedes. Next year you gon' see me pull up in the race.
This is gonna create fantastic racing.
When I was down bad, boy, I got on my knees and I started to pray. Now I'm breaking bread with my young vet wins. He was a part of the gang. No, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right up, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right, I push the.
He refuses to lose.
I do the dash, on my way to the bag, boy, you know I push the gas.
Okay, my timing is critical. They know my rhyming is pivotal. Homie, the dash is digital, gas residual. Fire and smoke like I'm leading a ritual. You bet my cash is long. I hit the gas, I'm gone. Riding my wave. I've been stuck in my zone. I've been blast them all. Sliding on fate. I've been finding my ways. Grinding for days. I've been shining the hate. All of y'all wanted for praise. Stuck in a phase. Let it and turn it a blaze. Yeah, homie, you don't want no race. Nah, better to stick to your place. Yeah, want it all, I gotta taste. You push on the pedal, now I gotta skate. Yeah, all I ever know. Put me on this throne. Pinnacle. Push my buttons and that motherfucker go. What you know, what you own. Push it and I zone. Sonic booms full of room. Running till the dome with my goons. Motherfucking fumes. Y'all know what it do with the crew when we coming through. Y'all know better move. Make it fast. Ain't no second chance coming for your ass.
iRacing Top 10. Here we